Hi everyone, this video is all about Harry, Prince Harry, and his recent loss in appeal, in the court appeal. If you're interested, please keep watching.
Stars align and planets glow, mystic secrets will.
Okay, I'm starting this new format of the video because there's a certain things that I want to do, but in the format of like making the full-blown video is just taking too long, and this will be format that I will call podcast, when I will go through the charts of celebrities or like some interesting topics that I would love to share. And today the hero of my first podcast, number one, will be Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. So everybody knows him. He's a Charles' younger son. His wife Meghan Markle have a lot of disputes around her, and so recently he lost an appeal against the government on Friday. So he lost an appeal against the British government on Friday over the decision to remove his right to automatic police protection while in Britain. Harry, who lives in California with his American wife and their 2 children, said the decision left him devastated. Why? And by the way, in the interview he says that his father no longer speaks to him, but hopes to reconcile. So this is something I will talk about regarding his chart. And the first of all, I want to show you his chart here. And his Vimshotri Dasha period now, starting 29th of March 2025, is a Jupiter. Jupiter's natural benefic. It's in his first house. So supposedly it brings luck. It brings all the good, the beneficial things to the native. But it's not that easy because it's important what is the nakshatra ruler of the Jupiter, and it is Mula. And the ruler of Mula is Ketu, and Ketu is in the 12th house of losses. So it's going to be a lot of losses connected with topics of his 6th house, which is disease, enemies, courtships. Also, I cannot help but notice that Jupiter is under 3rd aspect of his Saturn. Saturn is exalted with Pluto in his 11th house. And what 11th house native significators regarding his family? It's his brother. So, and the Jupiter-Saturn period starts in May 2027. This is where his brother might get to his desired, position as a king between 2027 and 2029. If you're interested, I can go deeper in another video analyzing the periods in the Prince Harry chart, in the Prince William chart, in their father chart, to see what is the dynamic. And based on these 3 charts, I can tell also on the based on the chart of Princess Catherine, I can say approximate period, not just from 2027 to 2029. It's pretty broad, and using several charts I can narrow down the timing of events more accurately. And so why it's so important that Saturn aspecting Jupiter is anything that's going to happen in the Jupiter Mahadasha in the life of Prince Harry will be under control, under supervision, under Saturn in 11th house, under rulership of British royals, and under desires of his older brother, Prince William. Okay, so in D6 chart, divisional charts, that's why we love Vedic astrology, because we have so many divisional charts. And in D6 chart, the chart that helps us to understand the dynamic about the courtship, about everything regarding that topic. We can see that Jupiter in the house of gains and ruler of the 6th house, again of the courtship, and the 9th house of the law. So, without pointing out that it's under the influence of 2 malefics, it's supposed to be a good combination. But first of all, it's in the same house with Pluto, and the Pluto is also here, so it's something that, Pluto is an outer planet, and in classical texts of Vedic astrology, they never used it, but because it was never open back then, now we start to implement this in our analysis. And in this chart, I must say that Pluto is something behind the surface, something that rules behind the surface, certain areas in life. And so here Pluto is controlling Jupiter and all the significators of Jupiter we have here, which is courtships and law and gains from these endeavors. Also, it's on the axis of Rahu and Ketu, and it's under the 4th aspect of malefic Mars, which is very strong here because it's ruler of these 2 houses, and we call him Yoga Karaka. So, let's go directly to the yearly horoscope of Prince Harry, and we choose 2024. And first, what we see, what jumps right into my eyes, is that the Lagnesh of the yearly horoscope, also the ruler of the 6th house of courtship, is in the 5th house. So supposedly, it's not a bad combination, but it's in a debilitated position, and with a Ketu. Ketu is losses, and it's a Rahu-Ketu axis, which never really great sign. Plus, on top of everything here, Ketu in Rahu is in debilitated position, so they're not strong. So if for example Venus was here and it was not Virgo and it was not Ketu here, maybe we could have said that he might have win this appeal. And it all happened on the Venus Mercury Muddha Dasha. Again, it sent us back to the Venus, which is the significator of Harry himself and the courts, and he's losing because it's all debilitated and weak. It's also under the aspect of Mars, which is the ruler of the 12th house of losses. So as you can see here, it's pretty straightforward using the solar horoscopes. What else I wanted to point here? We use here also Tajika yogas. And here's also we can see that this year you see all these reds and only one green. Basically that's mean that in like very basic words, his year is stress and intense up until September 2025. But what I wanted to point here is his relationship with his father, right? That he doesn't speak with him. And looks like Prince Harry wants to, on the verge of like King Charles having the problems with his health. He's not getting younger. And obviously, as a son, he probably wants to be in contact with him, despite all the difficulties, recent difficulties between them. And the yoga here between Venus and Sun. Sun is always significator of the father. Also, Sun is very strong here in the Leo sign. Unfortunately, under the influence of Saturn, so that gives him probably strength and some health problems. But this is not about it now. I just wanted to show you how between Venus and Sun, there's a yoga that is called Himaya yoga, that it's fulfillment of the desire with the help of other person, and this other person is Jupiter. Jupiter here is symbolizing the elderly older brother, because it's a ruler of the 11th house of older brothers. Plus, on top of everything, Jupiter is actually older brother. When we watch the significators of brothers, Mars is younger brother, Jupiter is older brother. So his older brother will help him to meet his father, and most likely it will happen. It might happen pretty soon. My guess, it will be in May, considering the Muda Dasha periods. But this year for sure. They should meet, and with the help of his older brother. Okay, so this is about it. I will do this short podcasts with educational Vedic astrology video more often, because it's much easier to edit, to upload, to make all the drill, and then I will still keep doing the better quality, longer videos monthly or so. Yeah, if you're interested in booking the personal consultation, the website is there, so you can do it through the website. Okay, see you in the next videos. Bye bye.